Perhaps you have heard that the people of Paris, France, love to kiss. And it's true. People of all ages, all kinds, kissing all over the city. And it's wonderful. One of my favorite places in Paris is Luxembourg Gardens. And I've spent a lot of time there at different points in my life. These are some of my earliest photographs of Luxembourg Gardens at different seasons. You have to remember that this is long before digital photos. And my dad used to always say, it's expensive to develop film. So choose your moment and your photo carefully. And I did. These photos hold a very dear place in my heart. This next one is especially fun because the tree is clearly blossoming in pink and the painter is painting in blue. Hello everyone, and welcome to Sharing Stories and Stuff. My name is Adina Ruskin, and today's story takes place in Paris in the early 1980s when I had the opportunity to spend the summer studying French at the Alliance Française, which was just on the other side of Luxembourg Gardens. And so I would walk through Luxembourg Gardens every day. And in that class, I met a young man by the name of Ferheim. He was from Iran, and we called him Ferry, as in ferry boat. And he would bring me flowers every day to class. And after the third or fourth day, I finally said, Ferheim, where are you getting the flowers? They weren't wrapped, they weren't in paper. And he said, oh, I take them from Luxembourg Gardens. And I was like, oh my goodness, Ferheim, you could get into trouble. Please don't do that anymore. And we started dating. He was smitten by me and I was captivated by him. Tall, handsome, interesting. And when we weren't kissing, because of course the Parisians are kissing everywhere in Paris, and it was always embarrassing for me. I couldn't get used to kissing in public, but Ferheim always wanted to be kissing. But when we weren't kissing in Luxembourg Gardens, we were talking. And we came from such completely different worlds. And our experience of history, current events, everything was shaped by totally different news, experience, understanding of the world. And I felt this story was very appropriate for the times we're living in, because it's really important to communicate, to talk, to listen, to try to understand each other. Sometimes it's just very, very difficult because we have such different backgrounds. And Ferheim, he wanted to marry me. I was apparently a good girl, and he thought that we would marry. And so there's two funny incidents that I want to share. So the first one, also in Luxembourg Gardens one day, we had talked mostly about politics. And I was trying to explain to him why democracy was actually a great thing. And his experience of the Shah and how America had responded during the time of the Shah made him dubious about America and democracy. Anyway, so we started talking about religion. And he said to me, so what is it like to be a Christian? And I was like, well, I wouldn't know. I'm not Christian, though many of my friends and family are. And he was like, you're Catholic? I said, no. And he was like, and then he started to get nervous. And he was looking at me and going, Buddhist? Hindu, Jain, and he just started spewing any possible religion he could think of other than mine. And then I said, no, Ferheim, I'm Jewish. And he blurted out, it's okay. My parents are very open-minded. And I'm thinking, what? He goes, yes, yes, yes. They will love you and accept you. And I'm going, okay. Because, of course, my 17-year-old, almost 18-year-old self never, ever dreamed of marrying him. But this is, of course, against a different cultural experience. And anyway, he had already written home to his parents. And so he was a little worried about how they would react. But we still dated. Then my parents came to visit. And my father encouraged me to ask him questions. So, spurred on by my parents, I asked Ferheim, if we did marry, would I have to wear a chador? And his response was, oh, no, 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 it's not a problem. Not a problem. They come in all colors. And you can match your eyes, you can match your shoes. And I was like, I tried, of course, not to laugh. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So, once again, our views of the world, our ideas were so incredibly different. And yet we cared for each other. And of course, it didn't last more than a few weeks. And it was an interesting experience. And I hope that he is well somewhere in the world today. Ciao.
Hey guys, make sure to share this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe.
Hit the bell.
Yeah, hit that bell.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment. We'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Bye.